Hello all, welcome to www.bspsolutions.com. In this series of planning tickets, today we are going to see the following problem statement. We've got a ticket where we have to calculate commission on sales at the rate of 10% while loading data using data management. So these are all these sort of tickets. These belong to logical accounts. We identify such tickets where we have to use certain logics in data management. How do we identify it? Here you can see we have to calculate commission while data loading. So these are basically the KPIs in the application, and they are there with either with some business rule or with the member formulas. But if the ticket is like that, we have to calculate while loading data. So we assume that such member is not there in the application. That is why this problem statement belongs to using logical account in the data management. So first let me explain you what is logical account. Now logical account is a concept which is used primarily within data management and business rules to simplify the handling and transformation of data between the source systems and the target cubes. These logical account, it acts as an abstraction layer that enables users to reference and manipulate data without directly dealing with the complexities of the underlying system's dimension structure. So here also we're not going to create any of the account. See, if we could have created the account, then it would have been easy. We could have loaded data, simply that we always do. We could have loaded data in that account. But we are not supposed to create any new member. We are not supposed to disturb the chart of accounts. The hierarchy which is already there, the metadata which is already there, we will not disturb that metadata, but we still, in spite of creating new members, still we have to show this amount there along with sales. Sales has to be loaded along with some commission amount. That is why we use logical accounts. They would typically represent generic categories or calculations in the model which might not directly map to a specific account in the physical data model. For example, let's say you're working with the sales account and sales amount and cost amount. You might define then a logical account which is called as profit, which doesn't directly exist in the source system. Like we have in the application we have gross profit. That is why we are not calculating that here, but this is for some example I'm giving you, that you have been provided with some sales amount and cost amount, and then you have to calculate profit, and profit doesn't exist in the metadata. Then you will define a logical account which is called profit. So here the logical account could be the difference between sales amount and the cost amount. Now that I have described what is logical account all about, let's go to the application and solve this ticket through data management. Now here this is the planning application and I have logged in as administrator. So we will try to solve this ticket entirely through data exchange. Okay. uh, so see, as such in data exchange, in all the illustrations, in all the tickets, I have till now shown you how to create the source, target application, uh, period mapping and category mapping. Rest of the things also we'll see in data exchange. But since this in this ticket we have to sort out the logical account, for that we have to go to data management. Through navigator we will click on data management, and here we will first create one logical account. We can do all of the steps here also, but this for this ticket particularly I am just creating one logical group over here. So under setup task you go to logic group, and here see the target application. Right now it is just showing vision, so let us first create the source and target application, and then I will come here and create the logic group. So under data exchange you get the application action, you get one tab actions. In through the drop down you go to this application, and here create source and target applications. So we're going to use file only, so this source data source is already created. So click on this plus icon. So if you want to create another data source, let's say, okay, see, file is already there. If we give the name file, it's already there. So what we will do, we'll create one new. I'll make it as file1. Now here you can see this is the data source. Similarly we'll create a target application. So category, from the drop down you will select it is EPM local, then application is vision, cube you have to select the input cube, so I'm here looking for plan 1, and prefix is optional. If you want, you know, a different identification to the application, target application, you can give some prefix also. So now we have registered one data source and one source application, this is data source, and one target application, this is vision plan 1. Then we'll come out of here. Here you can now you'll do period mapping and category mapping. So here in period mapping you will see that the period where you want to load it exists. So there is global mapping over here, and search for the required period. So Jan 22 is there, we'll load data in Jan 22. In the application mapping also check for the period. First here select the target application, this is plan 1, and check for the period name Jan. So see it is not flashing over here, so you will add your period from here. This is the period key, and I want to add Jan 22. So once I select Jan 22, all the other attributes of that come here and it gets filled. So now save this, and now we have mapped Jan 22 in the application mapping. It was there in the global mapping but not in the application mapping, so we have done that. Now we will not going to do source mapping here, because this is done when we create calendars or like when we do multi-period data load. Okay, we are loading only for 1 month. Now the uh, setup task, from in the setup task we have done 4 of the tasks: source application, target application, period mapping, and okay, I'll check for category mapping also. Here I just have current. I will add one more. These are basically the scenarios, so I will add plan over here, and I will save this. Once I save, it will automatically the system fetches category key. We do not have to provide. So one scenario was there already current. I have added one plan over here. Okay, so this has been created. These 4 things have been done. Now okay, now I will go to data management, which is already open here. We're going to go to logic group. Okay, we have to reopen it because we have just created, and just refresh it once. Now I will open data management again. Now in data management we have to go to setup, and here you will see logic group. So now see vision this, we have created target application. It is coming now. Select the target application and click on add. You have to give the logic group name, so I'm calculating commission. I will write commission logic. And here logic type, if it is a simple logic, that is if the calculation just need addition, multiplication, subtraction, division, that would come all into simple logic. In case you have some complicated calculations, you will go for complex one. This is simple multiplication, I will use simple logic. And description is optional. If you require, you can provide. So here I will give the description as sales commission. And save this. Now here we have to provide the logic item. For that, let me first explain you the file, the data file that I'm going to load. If you see here, the first column is account, second entity, and third is amount. Now here account, these are all the revenue members. Okay, I have picked up the revenue members. This is 14150 is the miscellaneous revenue. What do we want? The ticket is saying calculate commission on sales at the rate 10% while loading data. So on sales we have to calculate commission. Now this commission, it doesn't exist. This commission is not a member of our account dimension. If it would have been a member, we would have created one account over here and we would have just provided the calculated figure. But since it doesn't exist in the target, we have to use here logic group. So any time when you get something from the source file, okay, it exists in the source, maybe it is in form of flat file or in ERP, it exists in the source but it is not configured to the target application, then we will use logical account. So here this is sales and we have to calculate this sales. This data has to be loaded. This is entirely sale figure plus the 10% commission. So 10% of 10,000 is equal to 1,000. This is 1,000. So what is the problem statement? That this sale figure should be whatever coming from the source system. This is sale plus commission should get added to this figure. So when we load this file, it would look like this. This will become 11,000, which is basically this sale figure plus the commission, 10% commission, this way. So when we going to load it, it will look like this. It is not necessary that it will look like 11,000 in one row. It could also happen that you get 10 for 4150, you get 10,000 loaded once and then again 4150, 1000 will also get loaded. So this is what we are creating in the logic group over here. Let's here add, click on this add, give some some item is basically a random figure or alphanumeric or just numeric you are providing. I'm like here providing L01, that is logic 01. Then description is optional. Now when we talk about criteria, here also you have the mapping options which we have in data load mapping in between, like, so in case you're choosing star to star mapping, you can use like. Between is used in case you have a range of numbers where it has range of data source, okay, then you can use between. And in, I'm using in over here because there is one distinct item which is to be loaded to one particular target. Now here criteria will be 4150, on which account the calculation is to be done. This is the sales account. On this we're going to calculate. Now this is the operator, the sign, addition, multiplication, subtraction, division, or any function you want to use. So we are multiplying it with 10%, that is equal to 0.1. And here we'll give, this is first logic. So now if right now I have only one logic, I'll give one here. In case you have 2 3 4 logics, numerous logics, then you can give the sequence of those logic. And we want to export this. Now save it. So here we have created a logic group. The name is commission logic, and here this is, we have given some you can say some heading to this logic. This is L-01, okay, and here it has to calculate 10% of, this is the account ID I'm using, 4150, okay, 4150. If you see, this is this account ID. Okay, now we have here, we have created the logic group. Now we will go to data exchange. You see this icon over here, drop down. Okay, here you have integration and pipeline. We are, since we are integrating this data, we'll use integration. Now here we're going to define the location. This is the place where we define the location. So first we have to provide name of this integration. So we are doing logic account, so I will give the name as logic. Logic underscore account. Description is optional. If you wish, you can provide. Then you provide the location name. So I will make it again logic LOC, logic underscore LOC. Now here choose the data source. This is, we have created file 1. Okay, once you create, you this file, to upload your file, the window gets open. So I will upload the file here. So my file name is logical underscore test. Search for the file that you have loaded. See, now there is also option to create a folder and then save your file. So from inbox drop down, you can create a folder and save your file over there also. So I will do that also. We will save there also. We will save it at 2 places. I'll give the same name, logical underscore test, and this is the folder that I've created. Just open this folder, and here also you can upload your file. So you see, this has been loaded to this folder. Select the file and click OK. So the file would come here. Now here select the target application, that is plan 1, and you can change the category, the scenario. You can use plan also. I've created current was by default. I've created one plan. So this is the category. Now from the file option, click on file option. Here the file has been loaded. You can see this is the file. There is account, entity, amount, and there is option use header for column names. So like if you have more than one header columns, you can increase the number of columns over here. So I have only one header, so I have chosen one over here. This is delimited numeric data. You here have all the option. You can choose. This is delimited numeric data. This is the file, and delimiter comma delimiter. So that's it. You can view your file from here. This is the preview table, and that is in the and you can click on finish. So from file option you can view the file, exact the file that you have provided, that the same file has loaded, any changes or is required or not. This is done. Now we will go to location attributes. Here give the currency. Here you do not have the drop down, you have to write it. Okay, you cannot choose from here. Now logic account group we have created, no, here see this we have created in data management logic group name. The name is commission logic. Copy this and here provide the name. So you will not get drop down, you have to know write it down. If you are adding some check rule group or check entity group, then you have to provide over here. So this is all done, so we will save and continue. Now general step we have done. The next step is mapping the dimensions. So this is the import format. The name we have already provided in general logic account. Delimited numeric data, everything is coming. Here you can see file 1 is your source, and it is going to target vision plan 1. Now here since the file you have already uploaded, so here you will get all the dimensions coming which is there in your file. Okay, it will come. Now you have first account, click on account. It will automatically take the column number. I will show you the file. Account is in first, entity second, amount in third. Second is amount, second here amount, so you will write amount over here. Now it lies in the third column, so it will automatically pick from the file because file is already you have loaded here. Then we have entity and it is in second. Rest of the members I don't have it, so I have to type it here, and I will provide a column number, some random column number. And this is not HSP view. HSP view is the dimension, and I want the member is base data. Next is product. Okay, so here which product I am looking for, which member, P_000, and provide the column number. Since it is not there, I am writing the members for version working, column number second. So we have finished mapping the dimension. Save and continue. Okay, now we have to do the data load mapping. We have to map the members. You can see this is the location. First dimension is account. Here you get the map type. So for account, which map type we going to provide? Like mapping, between, in, explicit, like, all mappings are there. Click on like and click on this add. Now if you see here, there is this icon flashing. Okay, this is there are different icon for different mappings. This I will tell you. So now first we are mapping account, which we are going to give like mapping star to star. Source will be star, target will be star. You see the icon has changed. This icon is basically for like mappings. And here in the processing order you have to provide the dimension name, that is account. That's it. Like if you want to do flip sign, you can click over here, and here apply to it. You do not have to provide anything. So we've provided one mapping. See, this is for account, the the mapping is like, and this is source star, target is star. So mapping the members, it will allow you to translate source values to valid members in each of the target dimension. And if you did not define target expressions, then you must add a mapping for each dimension, so that entity also we're going. Okay, now since this is a logical account, so for account we have to do again second mapping. We have already done the one mapping, which you can see. This is basically like mapping, where we have provided star to star. Second one, we're going to do explicit mapping. Click on add. Now this is the sign for explicit, and here you have to write that logic account which we have used, L-01. If you remember over here, this one here, this is the source. Okay, since this commission is not there in the source file, so we have given this name. Okay, and this will use this logic. So for source we are writing L-01, and the target is 4150. This is the account where it is supposed to go after calculating the logic. And then here anything else we do not have to provide, so click on OK. So for account, you see we have done two mappings, one is explicit and one is like. This is, you see, this is the sign of explicit mapping over here. And if I go into another one, like one, you will see this sign changes, this is symbol changes. So with the symbol also you can identify what sort of mapping you are doing. Okay, now we have finished account, we have provided two mappings. And here if you see all, all, when you click on all, you will see all the mappings which I have provided for account. One is explicit and the second one is like. Okay, now we will map the other dimensions, entity. For all the other dimensions we're going to use like mapping, star to star. And processing order, write the dimension name. Next, HSP view. Then product, again like mapping. Source will be star, target would be P_000. Then I have version. This is star, version is working. So there are some things to to keep in mind when you map source and target members. If you if you did not define the target expression, then you must add a mapping for each of the dimension. Okay, like here I have defined the target, this is working, and so that is why I like, if like I'm defining the target expressions to derive the target members, then I am not defining the members mapping. And if you use conditional target expression, then you can define member mappings for remaining source values not covered by the conditions. So there are some things you have to keep in mind while defining all of these. Now that we have finished, we will click on save and continue. So here data load mapping has been done. Then you go to the fourth one, which is options. So here we do not have to provide anything, it is auto filled. It's not showing, what happened? Save and close this. So you can see from here, this logic account, this logic group, this is the import format. Okay, this is the location, name of the import format and name of the integration. And here you can see the source, target, everything has been defined. You can see, if you want any changes, you can click on that integration and you can go and you can provide. So option was not opening. Option, basically it will have certain securities and all these, if purge options. So in any ways, this is we do not have to fill anything in this option. So I will just close this and I will run the integration from here. This icon you see here, you click on. Okay, it is not working correctly. Cancel it and I will refresh the application. I think some error. We'll again go to data exchange. And this icon, okay, click on this icon and you run the integration. Okay, now this error is coming because firstly this window is itself not working. Submitting into integration process failed with errors. There is EPM FDM error. Yes, so this is coming because see what is wrong. This integration, let me change the period. irrespective of period, it should be showing over here. This is the logic account. This is flashing here, and but it is this is not the correct window. I have to replace, and I should have here the export and import mode, which is not showing right now. But in other application, so the application is not working. Cancel this. Just refresh it once. We have created the integration correctly, and we are not able to just run it. We just have to import and export it. Okay, cancel from here, and I will go to data management. I have to open it again. If you see, we have created this location. This is coming here, and we have attached this commission logic. You can see this is coming here, logic underscore LOC. And now data load mapping also, everything would come here, which we have created. See, this we have created. This you can see from here. So either ways we can do from here also or here. The only thing is we have created the entire integration, but here it is not showing me. The window is not displaying. This is some error. So here in data management, we get a window of when we create data load rule, and when we go on execute, we get to choose import and export options. That is not coming. So here I'll try to do from here only. Now category is current. Okay, fine. Logic account, this is done. We've already uploaded the file. But see, we haven't loaded in this browser, so it is not showing here. So I have to upload it again. save this, and from here, like, see, when we click on execute, you get this execute rule window. This is the same I'm looking over here. When I click this run here, it comes this window of import and export comes over here. So there's some error coming, that is why it is not due to technical application error, we are not able to see it from there, but I will do it from here only. First we will just import it. Okay, so this is done. We'll go to workbench, and here we'll see the output. So you can see source account. This is all the source account. This last one we have created, this is not there. This exists in the source, but it was not there in the source file. This is the target account. Match all the other dimension members, source and the target, source product. Now here you see 10,000 and 1,000 both have been loaded to 4150. Now we'll export this. So the mode would be replace data, and execution mode is online. So this process is finished, and it has been exported successfully. Now you can see 4150. I am having the total of 10,000 and 1,000 also. I'm showing you the result through Smart View. So I have taken these members. click on OK, and here now refresh it. Now you see in 4150 I am getting as 11,000. Like in the workbench, if here in the workbench you will see it separately, 4150, 10,000 and 1,000. But when you see in the smart view, you can see 11,000. This is what is expected. So the data we wanted, all these figures were intact, but this one we wanted it with the commission amount, that is 11,000. So you can here, this is what, see, I will copy from here. This is what we were expecting the output, and here I will paste it here. Okay, so this is on formula, that is why it is not coming. So you see for 4110 I am getting 12500, and here 4150 is 11,000. This is here 11,000. You can see this is the figure for 4150. So this is all about this ticket. If you have any queries, you can contact at www.bispsolutions.com.